What's up, fam? You know what? I was sitting up here waiting on my package. I was thinking and reading some comments here and there, and I made this. I made the statement before. I think as time wears on, as the time wear on, people that are deceived by the God of this world, Hasatan, they will defend him and not even know it. And how do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? By not letting go the name of JC. The name was created, man-made and created. And those that, it's a clever design. Dave and I talked about this about 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago. We were talking about how clever Satan is. And David said, he said, you know what I have to say, I have to admit, he said, he's very clever. He said it's a clever design. I mean, you think about it. When you see the Torah and you understand the Father's true name and the Son's true name, and then you look back at how you were raised under Christianity, when you find out where JC comes from, J.H. Christ, Krishna, Jesus, Horus, Krishna, when you find out who those names belong to, and you've been deceived, oh man, it's a fight. It's going to be a fight for a lot of people. And it made me think about certain movies. Vampire. I used to watch vampire movies when I was a little kid, and we used to get all scared, you know. But they would take the cross, and the vampire would be like, the cross. And then you got people are so indoctrinated over that symbol, the cross of Tammuz, that you can take it and turn it upside down, and they're like, oh my goodness, you're desecrating the cross, and it's a lie. It was a lie from the beginning, but that shows you how deep the roots of a lie is on a lot of people, how it affects a lot of people. Take a cross, turn it upside down, and an average Christian believer think you're desecrating something that's holy and is not holy from the beginning. That's how deep you know somebody is really indoctrinated. Whew. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just think about it. You tell somebody JC is the anti-Messiah, some people will lose it. You're this, you're that, you're this. And you can bring up things about the letter J. And then some of them will say, it was translated from Jesus to this. Names don't change in any language. It doesn't change. And you could tell people that. In one ear, out the other. They'll do, like I say, gymnastics to get around it, hold on to their belief. Satan is clever. It says in scripture that he's the most craftiest beast in the field. His works are seen to this day. There are people that are duped on holidays. Just look around. Pagan holidays, the cycle of working every day, the calendar that we follow, the name that they use, the church buildings. The Father said he's not in the walls of brick and mortar, but where do people go on Sunday? Christians go. Listen to the pastor, one man speaking. I did research on it about 10 years ago about what they call them, basilicas. And basilicas were churches. They came from, what do you call it? To think that Satan hasn't, I don't know, it's just crazy how the obvious things that are so apparent that a lot of us don't see. A lot of people don't see. You know, I thought about that. You know, that's why I said before, I think as the days wear on more and more, Christians, those that are into Christianity, will be the ones that will turn on those that see. Usually the Torah observant people that choose to follow the commandments of the Bible and follow the feast days, keep his commandments, get the Torah. And some people look at that as a group. You guys are in a cult, this, that, and the other. It's about obedience. That's all Torah is about. You can say, well, you're in a Torah camp, you're Torah tyrants, and this and that and the other. People will do that. They will mock you, criticize you, and for his name's sake. You guys are sacred namers. I've been told that before. You're a sacred namer. Call it what you want. I'm not held accountable for what you say. You are. So those that choose to be obedient, that's all the Torah is about. Torah is instructions. That in the first 5 books, the Father laid out his instructions, his right rulings, his doctrine, teachings, and laws. That's all it is. those that choose to be obedient to that are observant. They're Torah observant. We choose to observe the Torah, his instructions, his right rulings, his teachings, and his law. That is oil for our lamps, that we can be the 5 virgins that are wise to have enough oil in our lamps to be invited to the wedding ceremony in the end. That's what I see. But then you got 5 foolish ones. Then when it's too late, give us some of your oil. I think Christians will end up doing that. Coming back. Hey, I remember you were talking about the Torah one time. What's that about? You know what I mean? That's the 5 foolish. It's too late. Door gets slammed in your face. I don't know you. Blue. I don't know. I just thought about that. Sitting here thinking how deceived the world is. And that is, just take the cross, the symbol, the idol cross. And it's representative of those who know. It's representative of Tammuz. And the Christians don't see it. He died on a cross. Even though their scripture tells us in Deuteronomy 21 and 22 and Galatians 3:13 that he hung on a tree. Any man that hangs on a tree is cursed. So, and that's Hebrew custom. They hung criminals on trees. That's why, what's his name? Pontius Pilate said that he turned them over to his own people. And they said, we have a law. He blasphemed our father. So they took him under Hebrew custom. And that was to hang a criminal on a stake. Some denominations get it right, like JWs. They get it right. But they got a lot of other stuff wrong. But as part, to me, that's just how Satan is. He mixes truth with lies. He can't deceive anybody without some truth. Somewhere there's a little bit of truth in there, but he'll mix it and twist it with a lie. And people are just, a lot of Christians are just dumbfounded when it comes to the truth. And they don't see their spirit. Your sacred namers. You guys are, I've been called a loony mooner. I was told that one time. No, you're not a loony mooner, are you? And the person that called me that, or said that I was a loony mooner, called me back screaming when they saw the Father's calendar. It's in Exodus 16. Oh my goodness. There it is. That wasn't me. Yeah, that was me. Did her own due diligence and searched it. Called me back screaming. Yeah. Oh man. That was it. That was all I want to share. Just the strong deception, the strong delusion that the Father has given a lot of us that have rejected his truth. The strong delusion. Second Thessalonians 2:9 through 11, 2:9 and 12, 9 through 12. A strong delusion. People, you can't tell people, it's not JC, you shouldn't say that name. Why not? He knows who I'm talking about. Demons fled under that name. They're going to be surprised when they find out those demons were listening to their God, Ha-Satan spirit. Then they will be, that's the biggest trick. That's a big trick right there. You tell people, I said it before, what will it do to the person that's using the false name and demons fleed all of a sudden? It would make the person that believes in that name think it's true, that has power in it. There's no power in that name. JC, there's no power. How can it be power when it's made up by man? There's no power. Demons fled under that name, but the one that owns that name told them to flee. Oh, just like medicine. I took this medicine, it's great on my back, and I have no more pain, but then my liver's shot now, but it's side effects. Witchcraft and sorcery. Can't deceive without truth. It'll make you feel good for a minute, but of course it can cause death too, This world is jacked, and each day that goes by, I see a remnant, a small group of people that see the truth. Small. Baruch haba Bashem Yahuwah. Muchas bendiciones. Shalom.